The charging station is chocker. This video is gonna be mammoth. Let's take a look at just what we're gonna do in this end of year Christmas power tool special. Insert Christmas music. These are our test subjects for today. 24 different impact drivers, impact wrenches and drills. I was hoping to do 30. I did have 6 borrowed tools earlier in the year when this video was meant to be done. Unfortunately, due to COVID and other events around that time, I had to return those tools before I got around to videoing, and so we're left with just my 24 tools. Anyway, I think that's still a fairly good, decent amount to have a play with. So what I'm going to do here, I am going to rank these in the order I think they're going to come out at, approximately. I'm going to put them up against each other on the screen in blocks of 4. I will be driving 5-inch batten screws. That is 14 gauge 125mm galvanized batten screws. The fastest in each round of 4 will go on to the second round, just in case I guessed a little bit wrong. And by the final round we should have the 4 fastest drivers on the screen. I could probably guess pretty accurately what those 4 tools are going to be after all the tests I've done over the years. I'm certainly pretty confident I know what the top impact driver and drill will be. I will introduce each tool at the beginning of each round. I haven't got matching battery capacities for each of these. Some of these are 12 volts, some of these are 18 volts, some of these are 36 volt. If you don't like that, feel free to leave now. The batteries are also different amp hours. Feel free to leave if that offends you as well. I will be using the best battery I have for each test. They will of course be freshly charged, which is why you can hear all the chargers running in the background. I got a lot of batteries to charge and keep recharging. We will be driving the screws in with Makita branded bits, and we'll be driving them into dry treated pine 4x4 or 100x100 posts. I may drive multiple screws with each tool, but only the fastest one will be selected to be put on screen. All tools will be in the best setting to get a 5-inch screw sunk. That may mean not the fastest setting, as the fastest setting may make the tools cut out. Anyway, let's get into this with round 1. Start placing your bets. Start complaining that I'm not going to use a Milwaukee 12 amp hour battery. A Zito 12 volt impact driver from Bunnings. Bunnings is a hardware store in Australia and New Zealand. Tool Pro 12 volt impact wrench. Tool Pro is a brand from Supercheap Auto in Australia and New Zealand. Makita, that's a Japanese brand. 12 volt brushed impact driver. 12 volt brushed drill. Can any of these tools even fully drive a 125mm screw? Let's find out. Round 1. Ding ding. 3, 2, 1. The winner of our first round, the brushed Makita 12 volt drill. What's it going to go up against in the second round? Well, I think we should put in another 12 volt. Should we put in this 12 volt? I think it can probably wait for the next round, that one. So then it's these cheaper, the knockoff Makitas and these Tool Pro ones, or maybe a small drill. What are we going to put in the 18 volts? Because we're jumping up now from the 12s to the 18s. Whew, I'm not sure, eh? I reckon this is a piece of junk, so I don't think it will beat the Milwaukee. And I don't think it's as good as the impact driver, so we'll leave the impact driver for the next round. And like I say, we're going to leave that till the next round. So, to all the people that think impact wrenches are better at putting in big screws than impact drivers, I disagree. So I'm going to leave that impact driver to the next round, and we'll put in that impact wrench. Okay, so there's our lineup. 12 volt Makita brushed drill, 12 volt Milwaukee brushless surge, so hydraulic impact driver, and a couple of cheap Tool Pro and fake Makita 18 volt impact wrenches. Place your bets now. I think that Milwaukee might still have it over all of those. 3, 2, 1. Another 3 bite the dust, and the Milwaukee kicked the 218 volts butt. Can it do another whole round? It almost might. By the end we're going to have one tool left on this bench. Which one do you think it's going to be? We haven't got into the big drills and the good impact drivers at the back there. Also got this beast over here on the right. Oh, what's going to happen? Also starts getting tricky. At what point do I put the drills in versus the good impact drivers? Because you can put in screws pretty damn fast with a drill. So can a good drill beat can a poor drill beat a top of the line impact driver? It's going to be interesting to see. Anyway, next round we have this one, of course. I think we'll put this one in now, and these two. So, Milwaukee impact driver, Milwaukee impact wrench, both 12 volt, and a El Cheapo Tool Pro Super Cheap Auto impact driver, 18 volt, and a knockoff Makita impact driver, 18 volt. My money's on this one. But only just. These two will be the best. I think they'll both still smash those. 3, 2, 1. As I suspected, the 12 volt wrench has smashed it. Wow, well, it's pretty close, that one. That's 3 18 volt tools knocked out so far, and 1 12 volt still in the running. But now it starts getting tricky. I'm not quite sure who I should put it up against. Do I go with the drills? Do I go with the other impact drivers? I'm going to think about this for a second. After much deliberation, I am going with the winner from the last round, obviously, and a Makita brushed drill, a Tool Pro brushed drill, and a Bosch brushed drill. All 18 volt, except for this little fella, still on the 12. I don't know what's going to happen with this one. I don't know what I'd put my money on. The 12 volt may still do it, who knows? Let's go take a look. 3, 2, 1. I have no idea who won that. I'm going to have to go look at the footage. Give me a second. While I review the footage, why not check out some messages from today's sponsor? Oh. No sponsor? Oh, we'll just get back into it then. Boy, that was close. But after reviewing it over and over again, I am giving it to the Makita. So the Makita will of course advance to the next round, round 5. And we're really getting tricky now to pick who's going to go next. Which drills are going to beat which impact drivers is what it comes down to. And I still have an impact wrench sitting here as well, which I might put in the next round, I think. Yeah, we'll go with that. So we'll go that one. The massive Tool Pro impact wrench. Then what? Then how about the DeWalt drill and Bosch impact driver? How's that? So we've essentially got 4 different tools there. We have a standard brushed drill, an impact wrench, a hammer drill, brushless, and a brushless impact driver. That's quite an assortment. If I had to put my money on that round, I think I'll go with the yellow one. Let's go take a look. 3, 2, 1. Well, I don't need to review anything to know which tool won that round. Some of you aren't going to think that's fair. Hey, don't take this too seriously. This is just for fun. It's Christmas, just comparing every drill I've got, seeing who can go the fastest. Right, what's going to be next against this one? So we're into the top impact drivers now, but it's going to be quite hard to beat that DeWalt, I think. It might knock out a couple of impact drivers yet. So we'll put the DeWalt brushless drill up against the top 18 volt Makita impact driver. The current top just about to be overtaken, but the current top Hikoki 36 volt impact driver and the current top possibly 18 volt DeWalt impact driver. Starting to get interesting. Will the drill be able to hold out these higher powered impact drivers? 3, 2, 1. So I've had a look and the DeWalt drill did it again, but I don't think it's going to survive another round, because in this round we are going to put the DeWalt up against the top 18 volt Makita up until a few weeks ago, the new 40 volt Makita impact driver, and the beast, the red, the Milwaukee 18 volt impact driver. So my money in this round, not going to make it, not going to make it. It's one of these two. I think I'm going to have to go for this one. 3, 2, 1. Well, that was an absolute smashing. So then there were 3. So we have what I think are probably going to be our final 3. I'm picking 3rd, 2nd, and 1st. That's the podium positions right there. But you never know. I may be wrong. And once we have tested these last 3, I will rank all the ones that didn't make it. We'll put them all sort of in order and up to our winner, whichever one of these 3 that may be. Now these Makita drills will be running on the highest speed, the 2nd speed. Most of the other drills in these tests only ran on speed 1 because they couldn't physically put the screws in on speed 2. They just kept cutting out. 3, 2, 1. So we have our podium positions. In 3rd place, the Makita DHR264 rotary hammer drill, 36 volt. It's the only rotary hammer drill we had in the test. In 2nd place, the Makita XPH07 18 volt hammer drill. It has been the flagship of the Makita drill range for many years, only just been replaced in the last few weeks. And number 1, the new HP001G, the Makita 40 volt max, which surprisingly does better on 2.5 amp hour batteries than it does on the 4 amp hour batteries. It's a great little drill. I've been using it a lot and I love it. And for the heart of understanding, I was holding the drills the way I was because this is a YouTube video, so I'm trying to keep them in shot, also trying not to hurt my wrist if they turn, and that way it's also keeping even pressure on the screw as they're going in, although I know it's gonna rile some people. Let's now take a look at the full lineup in the approximate order I think they came. So here they all are, and it's a couple of days before Christmas and the traffic outside our house is shocking at the moment. But here we have our full lineup of tools. And this is the order they came in at, from lowest to best. I won't give you the model numbers of them all. I'll try and put some down in the description, some links and what have you. And our 3 winners. Now it may have looked in the video like this one was slightly quicker than this one, but that's just because the driver bit got stuck in there a bit longer before I pulled it out and slammed down the drill. but the 40 volt definitely won. So there we have them all. I thought the Milwaukee 12 volt tools did extremely well, as did the DeWalt drill. The Milwaukee 18 volt impact driver is of course the best you can get when it comes to just smashing screws in as fast as you can. It's bloody horrible and uncomfortable to use, but it does the job quick. So thanks for watching, guys. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all that stuff. I know the year's been a bit shite. Here's hoping the next one will be a bit better. Stay safe and make sure you drink enough to forget 2020. Thankfully it's Christmas as usual in this part of the world. Subscribe, like, all that stuff if you feel like it. And I'll see you in the new year with plenty more reviews. Got some good Makita stuff coming, so I'll see you all then. I could probably get rid of a few of these, eh? Don't really need this many. Not too many jobs where I need 24 different bits all at once.